Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from Brick by Brick, and today we have the Ninjago Dragon from Possession, and this is set number 70734, and it contains 575 pieces and retails for $39.99. And you can see just the overview. You get a lot of stuff here. You get a little, or a big dragon I should say, a little portion of Sensei Wu's tea farm, and this little cart for the ghosts. So starting off with the ghost little cart here, you can see it's a pretty cool looking thing. Would have been nice if it could, stand up normally. But if you lean it too far forward, the whole roof will fall down because of the way it's attached. It kind of relies on gravity. So I guess that's a compromise you have to make. It doesn't look too bad like that. And the roof, nice dark blue color scheme on there. Looks pretty cool. Just rotating that around. The handles, it can be carried by a figure. I don't think I have one that has nothing in their hands. Yeah, actually. I don't have anybody over here. I mean, I guess Shaggy can come and help us out. Like, you can grab onto these bars with a normal minifigure, and therefore pull the cart, so Shaggy can pull it around. But, that's not really its intention. Its intention, you'll see in a minute, it has something to do with this little gray ball on an axle, which is a little bit, sticks out quite a bit. You don't need to push it nearly that far. You only, this still hasn't activated the feature, you just push it from there, really. This whole part does not much. You have a little pot on here with something, whatever they're selling. Could be tea, maybe. A competition for Sensei's tea farm, but it looks pretty weird. It's an interesting color they got going on there. You can see it's accomplished with a transparent pink and medium azure stud in white, and it kind of just makes a weird looking design. And gunmetal gray wagon wheels, that's cool, and some nice ghost features which make it really a ghost cart. And then we have the little crystal there. Nice sticker on the front, but, and also this sticker up here on the shield. That's the same one that one of the ghost figures used as shield, so you get a better look at that later. But the feature here is that you can push that and it will take this disc shooter, right? And it shoots it pretty well. And you get 3 of these ghost discs. 1, 2, and 3. They're not exclusive to the set. But that's the ghost cart. And we have, 3 ghosts and a screamer who go with that. And we'll take a look at those guys with the figures at the end of the video. Alright, the next thing we've got here is Sensei's little tea farm. And pretty cool, for the most part. It's got this nice little, style of architecture that most of the Ninjago stuff, like the dojo and everything, uses. Some nice red. Got this cool shaping up there. They usually don't use wedge plates for that. They use like bricks. So I guess it's nice to get it done a little bit differently. Like that sticker on there with the Sensei Wu's Tea Farm logo kind of thing. These lanterns are cool, made with paint rollers. And we got some nice little fencing here. And these are on ball joints, so you can kind of turn them around. You could bend them in this way, or you could bend them around the other way. Whoops, knocking over it a little. Plant pieces, which are cool. They're not very common. You can get all sorts of different shapes, like curve it around like that, extend it out. If you wanted to, you could go like that, and it could be a little monster tea farm mech. That's not what it's intended for at all, though. But that's kind of cool. You get a bunch of different shapes of fence with that. It's like the little fencing here, nice wooden look. And then we get this little, this is just really a little design, some random stuff. Then over here we have a little play feature. We got some flick fire missiles, and they shoot off decently well. And on the inside of that section, we have a little sticker there targeting a screamer. And it's kind of cool. It'd be nice if it would focus. There we go. And that's attached with a camera upside down. That's how you get the interesting angle. There's also an arrow blade attached to the inside, and then there's just a look at how the back of this is built. So all in all, kind of cool. Definitely looks nice. And you can see these are the good guys we get in the set, besides Sensei Wu, so they'd be guarding the tea farm. Interesting, I'm just going to point out the little build used on the side of the dog. I attach a crossbow to him. We'll take a look at the dog with the figures later. So now on to the dragon. Alright, so here is the dragon itself, the Master Wu Dragon. And this is probably the main draw of the set for many. The head of this dragon is great looking. Looks fantastic. You got the Unikitty tails on the front used for, you know, the little, whatever they are. Like the kind of mustache looking thing. Makes it kind of look like Sensei a little. Got these used on the side too, on both sides. The mouth opens up. The mouth is a little weak, in my opinion, compared to the rest, but still works well. I don't know why they used yellow for the inside. That's kind of uses droid arms to attach in though, and those are not the most common color of droid arms, so you know it works. You can see his eyes, medium azure, bricks with the side O-ring thing. We got some little space guns used on the side for just some more details. Little car fender piece used as the eyebrows. We got white croissants used to you know, make the ears. And the head does have some articulation, kind of twists around like that. It doesn't turn from side to side too much. That's the limit that it's got there. But, you know, you can turn it all the way around because it's on a ball joint. And you can't go too far up because there's little transparent radar dishes there used to attach to croissants. I don't know why they didn't use like a 1x1 stud with hole in the middle. You know, those, I forget what they're called, but that would have been a little bit less odd looking. However, it probably wouldn't have been as sturdy. That's probably what they opted for this design. And he uses teeth in the middle. So there's a look at the head, you know, that's probably the main draw of many, because a lot of people like that head. There are a couple weird angles that you'll see it from, like, right there is a little weird, but, you know. The wings look nice, not much to say about them, because they don't, the actual feathers don't move. These are Hero Factory pieces, I think, maybe Bionicle. But they do move around. You can move them up, down. This one doesn't move as much up because of that flag. But it only, you know, the flag only restricts a little bit. You can turn the flag too. But it's kind of this here. This flag has those nice stickers on it right there. And they're on the other side too. And it just kind of, you know, moves around wherever you want. It's on a ball joint. And you can also just turn the actual pole too. So the legs are all basically the same build. Just a couple of them are mirrored so that, you know, they all work the same way. And you know, they kind of all turned a little weirdly. They can move in and out like that, up and down, and the feet have ball joints that they can lay flat. Those are the smaller dragon feet. While we're at the tail, we'll take a look at that. It has one of these little bracket pieces. The front, like the head, has one of those too, to kind of increase mobility. The tail has a ton of ball joints, so it doesn't really need that. And yeah, I'll put the other foot in. And there. The back of the dragon is a little bit long and kind of doesn't make too much sense as to why it's this long, and the curves on the bottom are kind of interrupted there. I like this part. They actually attach that with Technic pins upside down, so that's how that attaches in. It looks cool. And the front section where Sensei sits, you know, this is Sensei's weapon. It's got a clip for that in the same place that the ball joint is on the other side. You can see his tea set there, which is nice, a little teapot. And he has some little cups stored on the bottom for when you want to get out and just have some tea. And this is his little seat. pretty simple. It's inside a crate, but I love that license plate that's like attached to the box. Not exactly sure why a Dragon needs a license plate, but they might have just had that idea and wanted to throw it in there because Sensei doesn't get too many vehicles. And that was not intentional. But you can get this into a bunch of different poses. You can kind of get it into a standing pose, which you guys won't be able to see. And it doesn't stand too well. You can have to balance it on its tail a little in order for it to work right. Whoops. Yeah, kind of lean it back. There, that's kind of standing. You can get that pose out of it. But it's obviously meant to be on all fours most of the time. And just all in all, cool little dragon. And looks nice. One of the cooler Ninjago Dragons, I think, in my opinion. But it is kind of it's less articulated and playable than some of the other ones. Like, just the head especially, and the kind of, it's not as sturdy as some of the other ones in certain aspects, and definitely less articulation. Alright, so the first figure that we're going to take a look at, out of 5, which is a good amount for a $40 set, is Sensei Wu himself, and or Master Wu as they call him, and he's pretty cool. This is the weapon that they give him in the set, but you can clip that onto his dragon, and he also has his teapot. And he has the normal, Sensei Wu rice hat, and the face is the same old Sensei face. And the beard, same Sensei beard. And you can see his torso and leg print are the Master Wu version, which appears in this set, Final Flight of Destiny's Bounty, and the Dimensions pack. So not really a rare figure. You can see that gold print on the torso, kind of metallic. Kind of changes when you move it. That's some nice fine detailing. And the little dragon faces on his belt are kind of cool. But overall, not the greatest figure. Not like, I wouldn't buy this set specifically for the figure, because you could very easily get the figure in the Dimensions pack. So, this particular figure isn't a very big draw. But Sensei's still cool, and this is Cole. About the same appeal as Sensei, obviously a nice way to get these figures, but Cole also appears in Final Fight or Destiny's Bounty, and he appears in the blaster bike. And this is his weapon, nice little axe, and he has a katana in black. The leg print isn't too complicated, but it works. And for the torso, we have his deep stone outfit, like the mask though, the dual molded, and the face, typical Cole face. But if we take that off, you can see his black shoulder armor and the back of his torso. So, and you can obviously attach katanas into his torso. He only has one, but you can fit 2. And put that back together. I like the deep stone outfits. They look pretty cool. One of the better recent suits in my opinion. And yeah, another cool figure, but still not the main draw. Now this figure is the main draw. Not really, but still, it's an interesting inclusion. There are no dogs in the show, but nice to get another husky, and it has this little attachment with a crossbow built on. Again, not sure why, but I'm not complaining. So, pretty cool. I like the, way this is molded, where you get the marble kind of effect. A nice printing for the eyes and nose. While we're on the subject of small, creatures that are not figures, like the dog, we also have a screamer. Whoops. This one comes with a bone, and also this little spray bottle of something. That is a glittery, transparent yellow cone. It's tough to see, but there are some little specks in there. It's supposed to be glitter. Or it is glitter. It's supposed to just make it look different. And you can see the screamer's face there. So, not an exclusive face, same old, same old. Now this guy's cool. We have a Soul Archer. Soul Archer only appears in this set and the $120 set, Final Flight or Destiny's Bounty. But in that one he doesn't have the ghost tail, so this is kind of an exclusive version. It does come with a knife, which, you know, interesting, and a bow and arrow, which makes sense, given the name Soul Archer. Did a minifigure showcase on this guy a while back, in the, was a version with legs, though. And there's his mask, same one that Wraith has. His face print, I'll move it closer to the screen. Nice beard and mustache, and back print of that little headband. I like the armor piece. The torso is exclusive to this guy, so it only appears in this set and Final Flight. Little quiver on the back. All in all, cool figure. If you want to see more in depth of any of them, let me know, and I will do a minifigure showcase so you guys can see that better. But I'm trying to keep these reviews a little bit shorter. And then this guy here is another ghost. This one's actually kind of rare too, because the face print only appears in this set and the Jaywalker one. This guy is Pitch, and he comes with a pitchfork, appropriately, and a little knife as his accessories. And his torso is pretty common, appears on most of the ghosts. Rice hat in purple, a lot of ghosts have that, including Gultar, who's a very common one. And there is his face print, which you guys might like. And he does come with a little bandana kind of thing. And the leg print on the transparent legs is nice. And he comes with this little bucket to go over his back. But not going to closely show you any of the torso print, because it is the standard common one. And we got one figure left. And this guy is quite possibly my personal favorite of the figures. I mean, I like Soul Archer a lot, but this guy, even though he's a standard ghost, he looks a lot better than usual. Like, he has the standard printing and everything, but his weapon with the ice cream cone sword blade thing, and this shield is my favorite part, I think. That looks awesome. Really like that sticker. It is a sticker, but it works well. I really like that shield. And I think he has the same torso, right? There's two different standard torsos. Yep, they're the same as Pitch. And he has the same face as the standard, but they don't like to come out of this mask. So you can just see the mask instead. Same leg print as the last guy. He does have a little, sword holder on the back. Two of this, spring green, I think is what they call it. The ghost kind of green color of the katana, which, again, kind of a cool weapon, but not nothing super special. So let's get back to the final verdict. Alright, so overall, you can see we have a pretty cool looking, battle going on with this particular set. We have, the bad guys, and then the main build is a good guy dragon. I think it's nice, a great value on this particular set. $40 for 575 pieces and 5 minifigures plus the 2 other characters, kind of, I think that's a pretty good, pretty great draw to the set. Even if none of the figures are anything spectacular, there's no exclusive figures. I think that, what's his name? Hackler with the shield and the, he looks really cool. Soul Archer, again, easiest way to get him, so nice. And Pitch also isn't that common either. I think the good guys are kind of lacking in terms of just the figures, but that's not a bad thing, because it's always nice to get, Cole and Sensei for those people who don't want to buy Dimensions or don't have any of the other sets, so nice to get main characters. And again, the dragon is just a really nice build, so that's cool. And this isn't a bad side build either. And also the dog and Screamer, not bad. The little card actually is a surprisingly nice build for the amount of pieces. And all in all, it's just a great set. But it's not Like, I would recommend getting it, but if you didn't, it's not, too awful. It is a nice thing, but it's not the standout of the possession wave to me. I think that's kind of as much as I can say about it. It doesn't. I mean, I haven't put it in with all the rest of them yet. The other ones are still on display, but there are a couple others that I think I like a little bit better than this one. So this wouldn't be my first pick of a possession set, but as far as Ninjago $40 set dragons go, comparing this and the titanium dragon, this one I think is quite a bit better. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys all later. Bye, guys.